You guys ready to try this?
Let's party.
All right. You want to be smooth there so you can hold the camera there, brother? Are you all right?
I'm good, man. I'm good.
Professional? You're trained professional?
Well, no. I'm not.
He's a untrained amateur, but close enough.
I'm a professional amateur.
That's the best way to be. All right. There we go. We'll get up to speed a little bit here. Again, you're going to use every bit of the racetrack you possibly can at this joint because there's just not that much to be had, as you can see. And being in a race car running 100-something mile an hour gets narrower yet. So you come down the back here. Again, you stay out as much as you can, hard on the brake, then off the brake and letting it roll, trying to get it down to this curb. Back to the gas as the camera guy struggles to hold the camera in the back. Come down the front here. Again, right against the fence. You need every bit of the racetrack you possibly can. You know, down through here, off the gas, hard on the brakes, and then try to get back off the brakes as quick as you can. Letting it roll that center, carry that speed, then back to the gas, trying to drive it as straight as you can up off here in most cases. So you're basically only asking the rear tires to do one thing. You're just asking them to try to go forward as opposed to really leaning on the right rear and asking it to go forward. You know, just as you're out there, say if you're leading a race or you're strung out from some guys, you can actually hang the car out and try to turn to the bottom and then pick the throttle up and drive it straight off. That helps your exit. But if you're really racing hard with a guy, it's getting down towards the end of the race and you're off the corners, you're faster than him, but he can dive bomb you getting in. A lot of times you'll just maybe start your entry just a little bit earlier. So instead of hanging out as much, you start it a little bit earlier, get it maybe right down to the bottom here, and then let it move up in the center, then turn it, rolling, and then back to the gas and driving it straighter off, basically making a kind of a diamond out of the corner. You know, there's all kinds of stuff that you end up doing during the course of the race. The track rubbers up. It gets lots of rubber built up and the tires just kind of bounce across it. So you'll end up maybe going in a little higher and letting your car just really roll the top part of the racetrack right here and then driving a little straighter off, straddling where the rubber starts getting built up so you don't have to keep your tires in that rubber patch all the way around the racetrack because there's really no grip there. Then a yellow will come out, all that rubber will get picked up by our cars going slow, and then you go back to green and it's a totally different racetrack for another 30 or 40 laps or so. So the track changes as it goes because of the rubber buildup and other things, and you just have to constantly, you know, you can't adjust your car to the rubber buildup, you just have to adjust your line to that.
Now, as far as passing a guy, are you trying to, obviously you're going to change your line coming into the corner, right? Because you move to the inside to try to get the bottom. Mm-hmm. So that must make it pretty hard to get turned underneath him and get back to the throttle.
Well, it does. For instance, I mean, if you're better, most of the time you start your pass right through here. You'll be able to get back to the gas quick and you get a better run off the corner. So if this guy's struggling a little bit in front of you, you got a little bit better run. You run up on the back of him here, and then like right through here, you start moving down to pull up underneath him. And at that point, hopefully you're up to his left rear tire or so, and he gives you the room getting in the corner, and you can force him out the racetrack a little bit. Maybe you can move up a little bit, move him up the racetrack a little bit, make your exit a little bit better because you've entered so low, and then drive off and hopefully maybe clear him. If not, you still got to give him room. So you're down you're coming down the racetrack right here. You can see your line's messed up at this point then. Mm-hmm. So you end up having to do the same thing. But in most cases, unless that guy's car is really, really good, most cases you can clear him within a lap or so, and then hopefully go on to the next guy. And the thing about it is hopefully you haven't used up the guy by trying to get past him, because then when you clear him, when he gets behind you, when you come to the next corner, you probably got a little reminder shot coming to you.
As far as getting back to the gas, David, are you kind of feathering back into it, or are you able to get back on it pretty hard here usually?
Well, usually, I mean, if you're rolling the center here, you start like, you go ahead and roll back to the throttle and try to, early in the run when the tires are good, you can pretty much get away with just really getting aggressive with the throttle and driving off. But as the race goes on, tires get wore out, you have to be a little, maybe you roll the center of the corner and you go ahead and start picking the gas up a little bit before the center to help your car carry some speed, and then you just, continue to roll to the throttle and be closer to wide open on exit. Just things you have to adjust because, you have to keep the rear tires on the car because it is a little bit difficult. I know since they've seemed to extend the concrete a little farther off the corners. Yeah. There used to be the jump across there and would spin. You don't see that much anymore, so you don't fight the forward bite that you used to as badly. It seems, but it's still a concern. It's something you got to stay on top of.
Excellent. Thank you, man.
No worries, guys.
Rowdy.com. Say it like it is.
Say what like it is?
Rowdy.com.